Good morning, creative and dynamic learners. Welcome back to another session of Valenzuela Facebook Live. I'm teacher Annalyn, and I will be your virtual teacher in English 6 today. For your attendance, may I ask all of you to type your name, initials of your school, and your section in the comment box. I will give you 30 seconds to do it. Your time starts now. In our virtual classroom, there are rules that we need to follow. 1. Listen attentively. Focus on our lesson. 2. Be respectful. Be respectful in posting your opinions and answers in our comment section. Number 3. Participate actively. Don't be shy in giving your answers. And 4. Enjoy. You are here to learn and have fun. In this episode, we're going to talk about the most essential learning competency, evaluate narratives based on how the author developed the elements, setting and characters, heroes and villains in particular, with a code EN6RC-IG-2.24.1 and EN6RC-IG-2.24.2. So, if you're ready, flood our comment section with heart reactions. Thank you for those hearts. Now, let's begin. Let us recall the lesson that you had with Miss Ira Robles. I bet you still remember her lesson on different elements of the story. Let's test how sharp your memories are. Use the comment section to tell whether the pictures I will show are examples of character or characters, setting, point of view, plot, or theme. And you will be given 5 seconds per question to answer. Are you ready? Great! Let's start. Picture 1. Is this an example of point of view, characters, setting, theme, or plot? You are right. The answer is characters. These are the sum of the characters from All of Us Are Dead. How about our next picture? Look at picture number 2. Is it point of view, characters, setting, theme, or plot? Yes, it's setting. It is the vast scenery from the movie General Luna. How about our third picture? What do you think is this element of the story? Is it point of view, characters, setting, theme, or plot? Correct. It is an example of point of view. When we play games online, we become the characters and see the story unfold right before our very eyes. Next picture. What do you think is this element? Is it point of view, characters, setting, theme, or plot? Yes, your responses are correct. It is actually theme. Nicely answered, everyone. You did great. Are you still with me? If yes, kindly type the word narrative in the comment section. So, a narrative, based on our previous lesson, is a type of text that uses description to tell a story. Narratives typically have 5 elements, and these are characters, setting, plot, theme, and point of view. Today, we're going to focus on two elements, which are the setting and the characters. Let's start first with the setting. Setting is the location and time frame in which an action of the narrative takes place. It answers the questions where and when. It is important because each component in story setting helps to build the narrative's mood, plot, and character development. So what includes a setting? A setting includes the immediate surroundings of the characters, such as props in a scene, like trees, furniture, food, inside of a house, or a car. It also includes the time of the day, such as morning, afternoon, or night. Also the weather, such as cloudy, sunny, windy, snow, or rain. It also includes the time of year, particularly the seasons, like fall, winter, summer, spring. And for the Philippines, we have the rainy season and the dry season. And then, of course, we also have the historical period, such as what century or decade the story takes place. Included also are the geographical locations, including the city, state, country, and possibly even the universe, if the writer is writing science fiction. So I have here some examples. The Madrigals are extraordinary family who live hidden in the mountains of Colombia in a charmed place called the Encanto. So, in this example, it is very obvious that the setting is in a charmed place called the Encanto. I have here another example. We have Alexandra Trece is a young detective who investigates supernatural crimes and underworld criminals in Metro Manila. The setting is Metro Manila. When do you think this event happened based on the sentence? During the Filipino-American War, Gregorio del Pilar led the Filipino troops in the Battle of Tirad Pass. So based from our sentence, we can say that it happened during the Filipino-American War. If you're still here, comment your favorite story's setting. Awesome! Thank you for your responses. Keep them coming. Now, let us proceed to the next element of the story, the characters. A character is a person, animal, being, creature, or thing in a story. Writers use characters to perform the actions and speak dialogues, moving the story along a plot line. Let us now pay attention to heroes and villains. Heroes are the characters or lead characters in the narrative story. And the villains, on the other hand, are the enemies or whom we call as the bad guys. Hero, or also known as a protagonist, and villains, also known as the antagonists. A heroic protagonist is the traditional good guy. They try to embody strong morals and make the right decision for themselves and for the other characters. On the other hand, the traditional definition of antagonist is a villain or the bad guys. Often, these villains do evil purposes or practices to destroy heroic protagonists. Villains are antagonists when they are not the main characters of the story, but instead, the main source of conflict for the main characters. Some examples that we have are Thanos versus the Avengers, Batman versus Joker, and we can also consider Miguel versus his great-grandfather's traitor friend, Ernesto de la Cruz. And lastly, Alessandra Trece versus Datu Tagbulesao. The main characters which I have presented experience a lot of difficulties because of the villains in their stories. In summary, today, we learned that setting is the location and time frame in which the action of a narrative takes place. Characters or character is a person, animal, being, creature, or thing in a story used to perform the actions and speak dialogue, moving the story along a plotline. Also, characters can be identified as protagonists or a hero with good set of values. They are the main characters often called as the good guys, while antagonists or a villain is often working for evil purposes to destroy a heroic protagonist. They are not the main characters and often called as the bad guys. Comment the words heroes or villains if you are still with me. All right, thank you for your responses. Now, let us try to test what we learned today. Type in the comment section C if the statement is about a character or characters, and S for setting. You will be given 5 seconds to answer per item. So, let's start. 1. It was so dark in the woods that Paula could not see anything. What do you think is the answer? Yes, correct. It is S for setting. Number 2, Mirabel felt insecure because she cannot contribute anything to her family. What do you think is our answer? Great. It is C for character. For number 3, once upon a time, in a faraway forest, there was an eagle. What is your answer? You are right. The answer is S for setting. And the last item, Snow White is the fairest in the land. What is our answer? Is it an S or a C? And your responses are correct. It is letter C, which is for character. Great job! If you have reached this part of the lesson, comment your favorite stories. Thank you for those wonderful titles of the stories. We are now on the part of the live stream where I will answer some of your questions. I will give you 1 minute to type in your questions in the comment section. Please, do not ask questions that are not related to our topic today. So your time starts now. We are now going to read some questions from the comment section, and I'll try to answer them for you. First question came from Jamila Anapi. She asked, Mom, can a protagonist be a villain? Thank you for your question, Jamila. The answer is yes. There is what we call an anti-hero. They can either be unlikely or unwilling heroes, or in some cases, villains. Even when anti-heroes are villains, they're protagonists rather than antagonists. When they're in stories where the author treats them as the main character rather than the main conflict working against the main character, like Professor Snape in the Harry Potter series. The next question came from Rox Ocampo, and she asked, can nature be considered as a villain in a story? Well, Rox, yes. Inanimate forces like nature is a type of antagonist. The antagonist is not always human. Thank you for your questions. If there are other questions, surely your English teachers will be happy to answer them. So, do not forget to participate in the online follow-up discussion that will happen tomorrow. For the last time, can you please press the heart emoji to show how much you like this live stream discussion? Thank you for those heart reactions. I hope that you have enjoyed today's lesson. Tune in again for the next live stream of the Valenzuela Live for English 6. Again, as our Secretary of Education, Leonor Briones mentioned, in any situation, learning must continue. Stay home, stay safe, and God bless us all. This is Teacher Annalyn, your live streaming teacher for English 6, saying thank you and have an awesome day.